Well, the time is just gone 9:35 a.m. as we continue with our broadcast. And this morning we are focusing on the Al Imdaad Foundation. We are talking about 20 years of making a difference in Africa. And Alhamdulillah, with organizations like the Al Imdaad Foundation making a huge impact and making a difference in the lives of many. And we see it here in South Africa, and I'm actually looking at the pictures that have been flashing on the screen and looking at the cholera outbreak that took place in Hammanskraal, and Al Imdaad getting once again involved with the Hammanskraal initiative and the distribution of water. We've seen the tanker with the Al Imdaad Foundation name, water relief, and also looking at all the other initiatives as far as getting good, wholesome, clean drinking water to the people of Hammanskraal. And this is the reason why we are talking with Hassan Shazi, project coordinator on the ground in Hammanskraal. Brother Hassan, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Yes, Jazakallah khairan so much for your time. Now, 20 years, Alhamdulillah, 2 decades, Al Imdad Foundation making a difference in Africa. So we need to firstly say Mubarak. We need to say congratulate the Al Imdad Foundation on reaching this milestone, Alhamdulillah. And I'm sure millions upon millions of people in the last 20 years that have benefited on the African continent and across many, many other parts around the world through organizations like the Al Imdad Foundation.
Ajay, Jazakallah, we like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity and making it possible for us to serve humanity for this 20 years, inshallah.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Now, I know you being the project coordinator on the ground in Hammanskraal, the cholera outbreak, a serious situation that has evolved. And, we've seen so much come through via social media. We've seen even an interview that was done by a lady, and it was on CNN, which flashed through on international media. So, the situation has been dire, it's been bad when it came with the cholera outbreak and the whole question surrounding water. And this is the reason why you, Brother Hassan, and the Al Imdad team is on the ground in Hammanskraal.
Ajay, that's correct. Alhamdulillah, the Al Imdaad Foundation was activated by the Tshwane Disaster Management as well as the donors to go and respond to the ongoing water crisis in Hammanskraal. That is the turnaround now in Hammanskraal, is that the water crisis has resulted in the cholera outbreak, and then many lives have been lost. Therefore, the Al Imdaad Foundation, our core function being disaster relief, we responded to this situation. Our response was twofold. We are responding with the two super links, which is the bottled water as the emergency relief, which we will be distributing in Hammanskraal in partnership with Tshwane Disaster Management. And then we also involve the local traditional authority, which is Nkosi Kekana, who are also working closely with Al Imdaad Foundation as well as disaster management, who are coordinators on the ground, who are assisting us to identify the most needy and remote areas in Hammanskraal. As you know, most of the NGOs were focusing in Timber Stadium and those areas around the vicinity of the town. So as the Al Imdaad Foundation, we had mentioned today that our need is we need to contact or assist the people that are most needy, whether it is out of town or whether we have to travel few kilometers. That will be the opportunity. And then starting from Sunday, the Al Imdaad Foundation teams were active on the ground. Monday morning, we had volunteers also coming from Lodem Disaster, as well as volunteers and students from Al Hidayah Mateta, which is in Soshanguve. Al Imdaad Foundation would like to thank all these dedicated volunteers for assisting us to grant relief to these people that are suffering in Hammanskraal. As you know, the situation at the moment is very dire because of this cholera outbreak. The Al Imdaad Foundation first response was the water tanker, but before starting with the water tanker, we had to go through stringent protocols and safety regulations to test the water tanker to ensure that the water that we are giving to the community is safe for human consumption. And then we were focusing the allocated area for the Al Imdaad Foundation, which was not touched by the other centers, which the government is also trying to assist, which was Block 3 and Sopeta area, and Temba and Tekana area here in Hammanskraal. The Al Imdaad Foundation is continuing there to fill the water tender. They have strategic distribution points which we fill, and then we also got coordinators on the ground who guide us and let us know where to fill these distribution points. And then as a second intervention, the Al Imdaad Foundation received the first water link, which we are distributing in Hammanskraal, Swane City. So we started there also targeting the remote areas as well. We also did institutional facilities such as schools, clinics. We also did old age home community care centers because these institutions were not targeted by the other NGOs. So to avoid duplication, we started with these communities. And then from now on, the interventions are continuing from yesterday. Today, we'll be focusing on the remote areas with the bottled water, where we will also be distributing there to the needy community guided by the traditional council as well as the Plane disaster management. The Alimdad Foundation, as we speak, are on the ground in Hammanskraal, continuing with the distribution of the bottled water for the needy communities. And then our second approach, we were guided by the local community as well as the traditional council. They said they in Hammanskraal, it's a cross-border situation. Then on the other side of the province, which is northwest, they are also experiencing the same situation. So the Alimdad Foundation, together with disaster management and the traditional council, have decided to say that the second superlink will be allocated to the to the northwest province. We will be distributing to those people who are also affected because according to the reports, they also share the same land that was contaminated. And then at the moment, they also require our assistance from Al Imdaad Foundation. So today, we will try and complete our emergency relief with regards to the first link and so on. Then from tomorrow, for the whole week till next week, we will be concentrating on the northwest side of the province to try and give relief to those people on that side that they are affected by this current situation. We would like to thank all our donors for their contribution, those who contributed towards the donation to make this the program a success, as well as our volunteers, Loading Disaster, as well as Al Hidayah Madrasa students from Social and Google. And we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for those that are suffering on the ground and that this situation may come to ease immediately. Jazakallah khair.
Inshallah, Ameen, and Ameen to your du'as as well, and Jazakallah to you as well, Brother Hassan, for coming on and talking to us. And Alhamdulillah, with organizations like the Al Imdad Foundation making a huge difference and providing that much needed relief and water, especially a vital resource in the lives of the people, inshallah, of Hammanskraal. Allah make it easy. And I just want to remind our listeners and our viewers this morning that you can donate to make a difference. Go onto the website www.alimdad.com, and you will then follow all the prompts in terms of how you make the donations, because these are people in dire situation. They are desperate, they are in need, and alhamdulillah, once again, through people like Hassan Shazi, through organizations like Al Imdad Foundation, some relief can be actually brought, and also addressing the plight of the residents of Hammanskraal. Brother Hassan, Jazakallah once again, and we wish you well. Allah accept all your efforts, and also everybody else that has partnered with you, that have been involved with Al Imdad Foundation. Alhamdulillah, Allah grant you the strength to continue, and inshallah, many years to come. I mean, 20 years have come and gone, but inshallah, for many more years to come, inshallah, Allah grant everyone at Al Imdad Foundation the strength to continue this wonderful work in making a difference to humanity.
Jazakallah for giving us the opportunity.
I mean,
Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hassan Shazi, project coordinator on the ground in Hammanskraal with us, which brings us straight on to 9:46. And when we come back, Hajj Diaries 2023 this morning, Maulana Dawood Sampson live out of the beautiful city of Medina.